I am stealth camping at Love's Truck Stop. This is where I'm at right here, right now. And I'm going to try to stealth camp here, even though there's a Motel 8 across the way. Because I got a lot of stuff here in this vehicle that I don't want to take in. I ran into an issue today with the night with a vibration. We'll talk about that in a little bit. 80 fallen... What? Deepwater says 80 fallen stars per hour. What? I don't know what's 80 fallen stars. I mean like a meteor shower? Anyway, guys, so here's the deal. There is a situation brewing with China in the South China Sea. Chinese forces actually ran into two Philippine boats. They bumped them, supposedly. We have no reports of whether there was or was not damage or injury on those Philippine boats. What happened was the Philippine Coast Guard was escorting two supply boats to some Philippines that are on the Second Thomas Shoal, and they're in a boat there they're using as a facility. And what happened is, now several times the Chinese have went in and used water cannons and lasers and cut in front of them and done all kind of risky maneuvers. This time they actually went in and bumped at least two different boats, two different occasions. They bumped. The Chinese used one of their Coast Guard ships and one of their militia boats, which is they got these boats that are painted blue, and that's their militia boat. So they're like a part of the Chinese military, but not the official Navy. So they can double as fishing boats, I guess, or whatever else. But they're mostly used patrolling in the South China Sea. So it's just like more Navy. It's not documented as Navy. Hey, Marvin, fun time. So they've got a situation there, guys. Good evening, IB Roots. IB Rules. So here's what happened. They bumped those boats, and if they had sunk that boat or done a significant damage, guys, we're on the verge. They're getting more and more aggressive. We're on the verge of potential World War III with China. And I'd mentioned that it might actually start in the South China Sea instead of Taiwan, because China's getting so much more aggressive. They are being very aggressive down there. And in case you don't know, in 2016, the World Court ruled against China. Hey, IB Rules, thank you for the super chat. Salute to you. So what happened is China made this big claim, trying to claim the entire South China Sea. That's exactly what they did. And there's violence out there, and the Philippines have been using them and fishing there, and it's within it's actually within what's legally the Philippine exclusive economic zone. China's, nah, it's ours. They don't care if it's just right here next to the shore. It's ours. It's ours because we drew this 9-dash line on the map, and anything inside it belongs to us. And China actually signed the Law of the Sea Convention Treaty, which really just takes things a little bit further than even the traditional protocols for what people own, or what's their exclusive economic zones. It kind of extends that. But this was, a lot of this stuff is actually within what's always been the exclusive economic zones of these countries. This 9-dash line, it just cuts way into the other territories of all these other nations from what's been common practice and the treaty that China signed. But so this went to the world. Hey, Michelle, appreciate that. Yeah, Michelle, I got issues tonight. I'm gonna have to go to the mechanic shop tomorrow, guys. I was trying to get up to Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight, but I had a vibration. I'll talk about that in a minute. So thank you, IB Rules. So I'll talk about the China thing, and then I'll talk about my situation here. So the situation was that the China, who signed the treaty, just decided on their own to unilaterally ignore the court, which ruled according to the treaty and according to what's been a long time maritime tradition, because China just didn't like it. Oh, we want to claim everything, so it's ours. So we don't care what the rest of the world says. Sad thing is, China's flipping so many nations into bricks and using their Belt and Roads Initiative and buying off a lot of these island countries. They are liable to take over the UN eventually and just get whatever they want out of the UN. and they're kind of bypassing you in right now with their BRICS organization. So China is just trying to do whatever the heck they want to do, and heck with the rest of the world. Well, if you get in their way, we'll just take whatever we want. That's kind of their modus operandi right now. Right now, it's the nations nearest them, but as they expand, that can probably just keep growing. So we got to be careful with this, doing Blue Man Group stuff. Well, I'm kind of sort of stranded here. It's either stop now and get something done tomorrow, or risk a major breakdown. So that's what I'm looking. I'm trying to avoid a major breakdown, but I'm gonna have to go to the mechanic shop in the morning. And right now, the only things that's open, regular mechanic shops are not open. So I'm gonna go to Pep Boys. They're pretty good about the kind of stuff I need. I'll go into that in a minute. So finish up with China. As we know, China's been very aggressive. According to the same rules, there are waters that are international waters. It's hey, Colonel Cole's in the house. There are international water. Hey, Scooby Snacks. There are there he is, John Cole. Good to see you, Colonel Cole. There are international waters that in airspace, that there are certain rules for what is international, and that's where the United States is going through its freedom of exercise. Its freedom of maneuvers, or whatever we call it. Our forces have been doing maneuvers through that. The Chinese are trying to run us out because China actually wants to close all that area off. A third of the world's trade goes through there. There's tons of resources, and a lot of countries like the Philippines rely on that for their fishing industry to support their people, and they have been doing it for hundreds of years. And China just says, you can't do it anymore because it's ours now. And that is creating a lot of problems. Now, a lot of countries don't want to belly up to it, and face China now because China's so much bigger. Yep, I'm hearing back from the gun show. Okay, very good. And Hoover, very good. So I'll tell you all about my situation in a second. So the deal with China is they're even, as our aircraft went, they've even forced our aircraft to go into their jet wash. They've been firing flares. They've been flying extremely close to our aircraft and kind of tipping the wings to show the weapons they're carrying. They're getting extremely aggressive. So our pilots have had to actually take evasive maneuvers recently just to keep them hitting the Chinese aircraft, which would destroy both. So the Chinese are being hyper aggressive right now. They're being hyper aggressive. So and it's getting more and more every day. So when they went out now and actually bumped, they say the word bump, I don't know how hard they they actually hit 2 Filipino boats today. That's what I said earlier. They've actually had collisions with 2 Filipino boats. So this is a new level. And we're getting dangerously close to evoking the treaty between the United States and Philippines. We may find ourselves at war with China before we know it. So this could happen any time. And that would United States and China goes to war, that's World War III. That's just World War III, guys. So how close are to World War III? Bear aware of the dogman. Maybe that's how I really should have titled this. But just on my own accord, I'm trying to put what little money I got where my mouth is, and I got more mouth than money, unfortunately. But I'm trying to make it out to Arizona in me little old bug out van. I was on a teleconference back about 6 months ago, and one of the principals in there says, well, you wouldn't get a 20-year-old vehicle and drive across country. I'm thinking, oh no, that's exactly what I do. Actually, this is a 25-year-old vehicle. I then drove it back and forth across the United States. So, you do what you can afford, right? Yeah, sometimes it gives you some complications. But, I'm not going to go out and buy a brand new vehicle just to drive across country. I can't afford a new vehicle anyway. It's crazy. So, here's the deal. I'm trying to get out to my Arizona property. Driving, I discovered a vibration in the system. I thought I had a flat. When I pulled over, there's a rest stop back up the way just a few miles from here. I thought I had a flat tire. It was so bad, and I got out and checked. Nope, no flats. I can't see any sign that the belts are separating. There's no knots on any tires. There is, I looked under the vehicle. I looked at all the steering mechanisms as best I could see them. Couldn't see anything. There's nothing I could see. But if you drive, you can feel it. You know, it vibrates like that. It vibrates. So when you drive slow, it's a, slower vibration. When you go fast, it's a real quick vibration, of course. So I think it's in the wheels somewhere. I really think it's in the wheels. But I touched all the hubs. The hubs aren't hot. So if it was brakes, the hubs ought to be hot. So no hubs was hot. No tires was hot. There was no smoke. But I got myself to this truck stop here, which is really close to the rest stop. I'd seen a sign for the truck stop or a gas area before I got to the rest stop, so I knew there was one ahead. So I just went, I thought about just stopping there for the night. But really wasn't no good place. The truckers had every slip full. There was like nowhere to park there. I mean, I pulled over on the side of the road, the exit ramp out of the truck stop to check my stuff because all the slips there were full. And I thought, man, I'm probably tearing up a tire. I probably have a flat tire, but I didn't. In any event, I've checked everything I could. So I got here to the truck stop, and at first I was parked crossover back over there, and I got a impact tool somewhere down in here. Not that pack, it's back underneath there. So I had a 1/2-inch drive impact tool, and so it's pretty powerful. And I had me some of the wrenches, the sockets for that. And so I went around and made sure all my lug nuts was tight, and then I took it for another little drive around here, and it's still doing it. So I could try it. Hey, we got a super lady here. Look at that. There's Superwoman. Zoom in. There we go. There, Super Mama. She's got a cape on. Superwoman is in the mop buckets. Yeah, she's got an S on the seat. Superwoman. Wow. You never know what you're gonna find at the truck stop. Superwoman is here at the truck stop, my friends. Superwoman. Hey, isn't that cool? Well, we just got a treat. Who would have expected we was going to run into Superwoman here? Well, in any event, hey, check it out. I've actually paid. I seen gas for $2.95. Actually, $2.80 something. One place here it's 301. I paid $2.99 before I left home. It's good to see gas down. I don't think it's going to stay down for long, given everything going on. But anyway, here's the truck stop, and here's where I'm thinking about staying tonight. So, what in the world? Somebody's message got held. Anyway, all right, guys, keep it clean. Keep it clean. Yeah, YouTube will hide stuff if somebody was, oops, did I let it in? I didn't mean to. Somebody remove that message. Oh, I did it. Okay, I can do that. No cussing even in Spanish. No cussing in any language, folks. CACA is Spanish for dirty stuff. So we use clean language here. So meter showers. Is that what time we got meter showers tonight? Check on your U-joints. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The vibration I got felt like it was in the wheels. I don't know if that'd be in the U-joints. Yeah, U-joints is on the drive shafts. It felt to me like it's in the, I'll look at them. It really felt to me like it was in the wheels. But I couldn't see anything wrong with the wheels or the tires. They weren't hot. So I think I'm going to go to Pep Boys in the morning. Pep Boys is the only thing open on Sunday. Regular mechanic shops are closed, but Pep Boys can do some, and they gotta do engine work, but I don't have any engine work. They can work drivetrain stuff there. They do that kind of work. So I'm gonna be there at 9 in the morning. 30, well, if I get there, if I don't break down on the way, 39 miles away. So we'll see if I can get there. Best tire. Well, other than the one that's kind of low on tread, I don't see any sign of tread separation. That don't mean there isn't some. And there's no bumps on any of the tires. There's no, bulbous areas. So, yeah, it's always possible. Maybe something's out of balance. But, yeah, I just didn't think it was smart to try to drive until 3. I was going to drive until about 3 o'clock in the morning into Tulsa and just not even tell Jason I was there. He knew I was coming. He still probably thinks I'm coming. Oh, so he'll find out in the morning. I did send him a message. So, in any event, I could drive. It's a 17-hour drive from here to Snowflake. So if I can get this done, I can just drive straight to Snowflake tomorrow from here if I take a rest here. It's going to be a long day, especially if I start late after I'm working on this thing. But anyway, so just to show you what I'm doing here, I'm going to plug the phone here, turn off the engine, put up my window first. So, yeah, I've had tape on this window before, back when it wasn't working right. That and two. Hey, don't have a lot of economic resources, guys. I have to make do with what I can. So van is dirty. I didn't see any point in washing it, just to take it right back out in the desert. At least not right off. So, yeah. It's still got desert dust on it from Arizona. Some from my place out there. See, light on the still. Yeah. She's dirty, but I can stay in her. So Steve Wallace does all these stealth camping videos. So I'm not going to show you me cooking out in here and sleeping in here and all that kind of stuff. But I'll show you where I'm going to be at. So I got these little lights that come on in here. I did a tour of the van already. And I'll be sleeping back here. So I'll turn this light on. See some of my hats. Brought 3 hats this time. Blankets. Shirts hanging up back there. Table for computer. There's my computer bag. Bug out bag. Important paperwork. My meds. There's a box down below with food in it. There's my CPAP, which I'll put up on that when I run it tonight. I'll run it off of a little battery pack that's down here that's charged up, ready to go. And I got me some pans for washing out there. Got kibbles for my nugs. And that's one of the issues I got going to any kind of mechanic shop tomorrow. Maybe y'all would like to advise me on this. Let me turn this light off. Now that's power from my solar array on top. It's about the only thing that solar arrays are good for is powering that light. Alright, we will stealth camp in there tonight. So we got a stealth camper right over here. It's not too noisy right here. I think I can pull it off. And I don't think anybody's going to bother me. I don't think. Just like somebody else is doing it. Oops. Door handle's falling apart. We're not going to be long in here tonight. I mean, hey, shoot, show what we'll do. Turn on my light. We'll look under the van. How about that? Sometimes you look under a van on YouTube. Get my light off. Hang on. The light's stuck in my hat. Yeah. Well, I got some water from the AC. That's what that is dripping over there. They just did some work on these little things here. That's why they're looking so clean. But they may not be working so good. But I don't know. That shouldn't cause it to vibrate the way I was feeling. Yeah, I got some old tires in here. I'm going to replace them. Then I got Snowflake. Get me some off-road tires. Anyway, guys. Ow! Get back up. Getting down when you're old is a problem. It's not a problem getting down. The problem is getting back up. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Hey, look, we found Superwoman. She's over there. So, oops. I was tempted to go say hi to Superwoman. She might not like being put on live video right off the bat. She's got to entertain her secret identity. Anyway. Alrighty, folks. Chinese warships docked in Kuwait. Wow, you know, we rescued Kuwait. Kuwait wouldn't even be a country if it weren't for the United States. Yeah, I really wanted to be at the Tulsa tonight. Kuwait would not be a nation if the United States hadn't rescued them from Saddam Hussein. So, and so they're going to entertain Chinese ships. Well, here's another piece of intel. The USS Eisenhower was going to the Eastern Mediterranean, and it got a redirect to, said the Mideast. I thought Eastern Mediterranean was the Mideast, so I guess what they're doing is they're actually taking it around down close to Iran and the Houthi area, because the Houthis were firing missiles at from down in Yemen. So it looks like we've already got 2 carriers down there, though, 2 carrier strike force groups. So why was it going down there? Unless we're really expecting a war with Iran, guys. Hey, Mary, I was going to come up there tonight, but I'm had a mechanical issue. I got a vibration in my system, and I'm going to wait out here in Stuttgart, Arkansas. I'm close to Stuttgart, and what's the name of this place? Hens or something like that. What's the name of this place? I have to look it up again. It starts with H. It's just north of Stuttgart off of I-40. And it looks like, yeah, I'm at a truck stop here. Hey, there is Jason. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Jason, I'm not going to make it up there tonight. I got a vibration, and I think I just best chill my heels down to figure out what it is. I went around and tried to find the vibration. Hey, Rodney. Yeah, 6 Chinese warships in the Eastern Mediterranean. I already reported that twice on here already. Actually, I reported it in a video, and I mentioned in my video with General Krasniak last night. So 6 Chinese warships. Why is China going to the Mediterranean, East Mediterranean, guys? What business do they have there? I think they're really aching for war. That and them bumping into Filipino ships, that's an act of war. Hitting another ship is an act of war. They've done everything shy of shooting them, because they know if they shoot them, that is definitely going to evoke the treaty in the United States. But they've done everything shy of that, and hitting them is practically there. So it's just a matter of time. Tire off balance, it might be. I hope that's all it is. Well, if that's the case, I'll be on the road again soon, early tomorrow. But I did have a vibration, and maybe a weight fell off or something. That's a possibility. Yeah, but I did walk. I'm trying to figure out where you're at. I am about 30 miles, oh, I don't know how far I am actually from Little Rock, but I know there's a Pep Boys in Little Rock that's 39 miles away. So I should be closer to Little Rock than 39 miles. I'm east of Little Rock. Hey, Citizen Z. So, yeah, Mary, she's a truck driver. Her and Jason are together, so. Anyway. How many we got in the room? We're 214 in the room and only 90 thumbs up. Does this video stink that bad, guys? Y'all don't like it? What's going on? Hey, JoJo. Steering column. I don't feel any issue in the steering. It seemed like a vibration in the tire. That's what it really feels like. Wheel, I mean, somewhere. So it might be something out of balance. But, I could have went ahead, but I don't want to risk a major breakdown out in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to cool my heels and take it into Pep Boy in the morning. I don't know. I've had a steering column shatter on me. Yes, Michelle Young, that's exactly where I'm at. Hazen, that's it. That's exactly where I'm at. You know, Michelle. That is exactly. How far are you from here, Michelle? That's exactly where I'm at. Hazen, I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's it. Hazen. That is exactly. Citizens say we had a blowout in the back from Macon, Georgia last night. Oh, that don't sound like any fun. So, why is it hiding thumbs up? How come I can't hit the show? Anyway, thumbs up should not be hidden. What's wrong with this thing? Sometimes you hit too many characters on the platform. I tried. How you doing, Rodney? So Dodge, they have vibrate issues. Why? For dodging? Is that what you mean? Taz Blackwell, I'm in the same. Greg, nothing worse than breaking down in the boonies. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to avoid. I hope you. Oh yeah, I got water. I got freeze-dried food. I even got one of my food buckets in the back. Yeah, I got one of my food buckets. I even brought a couple of packs of stuff that Canadian Prepper sent me. I'm planning to camp out a couple of weeks over on my property. And I've got actually a couple of members from the channel are going to join with me and help me put the place up. Death Wobble, well, I hope not. So yeah, if you throw a lot of emojis in, sometimes the platform will hit them. I hope you get it. Yeah, I hope so. Hope you get it fixed. Not worth your life. Yeah, park it. That's what I'm doing. Well, I don't think it cost me much. Well, if you had a wheel come off, you could have a wreck. No kidding. Especially if you had a semi-truck right next to you and you run into it. That would not be a pretty picture. That would not be a pretty. I thought about that when some trucks were passing me. When it was it's like, this ain't good. Well, it's 39 miles from here to the Pep Boys. Now, if this is a serious problem, I might not even make it there, but I'm kind of thinking I probably will. But at least if I go in the morning, if something does break down on me, in the daytime there'll be more availability of wreckers and everything else. I'd use AAA sometimes. I have. I've not used them in several years. In fact, I sometimes will avoid them because they take forever, especially if it's nighttime or a weekend. Oh my God, they take forever and ever. You can be hours waiting on them to get you a tow truck. And then they're going to take it to one of their approved mechanic shops. So they're usually a bunch of con artists. So, some pre-prep, pre-apocalypse scenario. There you go, Marvin. Well, that's what I'm trying to do here. I am on my bug out mission here. I got a bug out breakdown. I thought about calling the video bug out breakdown. But I'm not actually bugging out. I'm just trying to get my bug out place set up. And I'm on my way to it. So and I'm not quite had a breakdown. I'm trying to avert a breakdown. So the weather report tomorrow here is supposed to be 36C or 39F. Okay. Or 96F. So you're getting warm. That's pretty darn warm, especially for springtime. Yow. The Loves Mechanics can help. I went in asking if they had four-way wrenches. I don't think they got mechanics on staff here, but there is a diesel mechanic place behind the place. There's a diesel shop back there. So if I don't know. They do diesel work back there. So I don't know. I was thinking just try to get it to Pep Boys in the morning. Strait of Hormuz, yeah, it'll be a mess. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have 3 carrier strike groups in the area. That's what it's looking like. Roadside service isn't cheap and generally a long way. Exactly. That's why I hope I can make it to Pep Boys, especially on the weekend. Oh my God. And regular mechanic shops are not open on weekends, but Pep Boys is open 9 to 5 tomorrow. So if I make it there, it's a Sunday. If I can make it there, it'll be good. Hopefully it'll be something simple and get me back on the road. If they got, the worst thing I'd run into is they have to go in and replace some of the stuff underneath, in the stern system or something like that, wheel stuff. That could be a few hours. There's nothing that should be all day next day work, but several hours. I got to watch it because I got my nugs here with me, and I got nug kibbles here with me. I can't just walk off or let them do it and me not be around. So that's a little bit of an issue. What would y'all do? I mean, seriously, I got my nugs in here. Hey, I've even got the knife that I got from Rodney. I'll put my hat back on. Among other things. Where's that at? Somewhere down here close by. Oh yeah, there it is. See? When you bug out, you take the important stuff with you. You don't leave home without it. So what you're going to see here is what Rodney gave me. You see that? I brought it with me. I told you I'd do that. And of course, I still got the K-bar and my bolo knife and my Swiss Army knives. Anyway, here I am with a man in the van. I'm knocked down by the river. Oh, Mary's in bed? Good for her. Good for her. Oh, or is that Jason in bed? Oh, you are married. Jason's in bed. Okay. Well, you were on his Tulsa Fox there for a little bit, so I assumed that was Jason. Love should have it. Love should at least jack it to possibly diagnose a problem. I'll go and ask them. I don't know. I think they got a truck stop back there on the backside. They might do decent mechanic work. Mechanics don't diagnose tire separation. That's true. Yeah, that's why I think I'm probably better off to go to Pep Boys. Yeah, they cover a wider range of things, but they don't actually. I don't know if they do tires at Pep Boys or not. No, I'm not in Arizona. I'm stranded in Arkansas, Ken. Kind of sort of stranded. It's like I stopped myself because I got a vibration in the system. I don't want to risk a major breakdown. So hopefully I'll be in Arizona late tomorrow night. If the repair work takes too long tomorrow or it goes into Monday, I'll be a day or two later. I'm heading to Arizona. One way or another, I'm going to be at Arizona because I got people showing up Saturday to help me put up a shed, live-in shed. They certainly do tires. Oh yeah, Pep Boys, I was thinking they did, so I should be good. Yeah, I got the car problems. Hey Keith, how you doing? Keith in Arizona. I'm coming that way, Keith. Just going to take me to Maria's Tulsa Fox says, are there weights on the tires? Yeah, they probably are. It could be a balance problem. But I can't check balance out here in the parking lot. Another reason to take it to Pep Boys. Yeah, I assume there are weights on them. I would assume so. That's one of the things I'm thinking it might be. Whoa, what did I do? Knock my keys out. Yeah. Yeah, there's weights on them. There's my keys on the floor. Whoop. Hang on. Yeah, I'm trying to turn it around. I don't want to turn around. There we go. Yeah, there's weights on these tires. Ben's got a weight down there. Ben's got a big old weight right there. There's weights on them. Tried to find me a window to replace that. Haven't found one yet. This is a 25-year-old van, guys. Kind of sporty to try to take a 25-year-old van cross country, right? But I sure as heck ain't gonna go buy a new one to do this. Holy guacamole. That's crazy money for that kind of stuff. Can't do it. Anyway, and here's where I'm at. I'm at a truck stop near Georgia trying to make it to Arkansas. Oh my gosh, that's funny, Gypsy. Gypsy Lizzie, we're in similar places. So what's going on with you, Gypsy? Mike Coban. Hide all your stuff in the back under the mattress. You think that would be okay for taking it in? Oh, I can do that. You think that'd be good enough to going to the, all right, talk to me, guys. You think that's good enough for going into the Pep Boys? I just hide it. Y'all think that's good enough? I'd like to know. What do y'all think? My brother has one of those vans. He loves it. Hey, Lady Dragon status, Dagger status, excuse me. Lady Dagger status. Haven't seen you in a while. Up from New Jersey. So, yeah, I love this van. It's a great van. I got me a barrier here for privacy, so I can go back here and sleep tonight and nobody's going to see it, and I won't see all these lights out here in the front. So, yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's an old van, but I think, this van was built to be a camping van anyway. So Gypsy Liz says, just a rest stop looking for a meteor shower. Probably too much lights here to see a meteor shower. Okay, somebody said I saw 60 in an hour. So that's a pretty good meteor shower. I think you should just take it slow, Greg. You can make it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll try to take it slow tomorrow, but I can't be too slow. I don't get rear-ended. Y'all might remember Vicky Savage. She got rear-ended on the highway in a big van. Some people are not paying attention. They're on their phones, twittering or doing something, and they're buzzing down the highway, and they look up and somebody's going slow in front of them, and they hit their brakes, and well, boom. I seriously think that might be what happened to her. I don't know. But yeah, she got rear-ended bad. Sent her to the hospital, totaled her van, messed up a lot of her supplies, and well, she went and bought her another van, and she actually was on her way to my house when it happened to her from Oregon. She was driving from Oregon to my house. Now she's here in Arkansas somewhere. So, Bahama Mama, how you doing? Yes, the mechanics won't touch your nugs. So that's what I was looking for. So just hide them. I do have a mattress back there. Nugget, not nut. Yeah. We're talking about the nugs is the thing. You flip the word nug around and spell it the other way. And then we've got the words, I use kibbles. Problem is I got my kibbles where they consume. They see kibbles, they'll think nugs. All right, I'll have to go through this thing tomorrow and hide stuff. If you have a backpack, I can't put them in a backpack. I got long nugs. One of them starts with an AR. There's 2 ARs and a scattergun version. One you go Browning, no, Mossberg, that you go pump, pump, pump. So I got 3 long nugs. Yeah, I can't stick them in a backpack. And I've got 4 short nugs. We call them broomsticks. There you go. Yeah. You can wear your nugs, not all them long ones. That's too many. That'd scare the heck out of some people. You saw me wearing all. Well, I don't have straps on all of them. So I was hoping I didn't want to leave my house. And you got to worry about people. One of the reasons I'm bugging out is I just don't have to worry about people breaking on me and taking stuff. That's one reason I'm set up in Arizona where there's not so many people around. Too many people in Alabama now. Huntsville went being the 3rd largest city in the state to the largest city all in 1 year last year. Do you wear a trench coat? No. It'd be hard to holler at even in a trench coat. Like the Matrix, right? Looks like some mud built up in the front rim. You think so? Mud. Oh, we got plenty of mud. No worries in the Midwest. You're sure, you're sure they're full of nugs, and I don't blame you. There you go, Gypsy Lizzie. Yeah, I got one in each pocket already. I mean, good Lord, guys. That's a fact. So I got to figure out how to hide stuff, maybe. But I think I need to stay where I can watch the vehicle, or maybe they'll let me stay in it. Well, hey Mike, how you doing? So yeah, but it's the long ones I'm more worried about. I can secure the short ones. It's the long ones. Get some slings and pack them. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of slings. I don't have slings for them yet. But still, packing 3 on slings on me? Yeah. They'd probably freak out and call the authorities. Call the cops. Oh, well. So, Georgia's been heavily inundated with people, too. Yeah, that's one reason I'm getting out. Watch it. You mean watch the vehicle, right, Mary? I wonder if they'll let me stay in it. You think they'll let me stay in it? Because usually they won't when they're out there working. I just tell them, hey, I got work to do. I need to work on my computer. Everyone has nugs and knives. Yeah. Well, I got plenty of knives in here, too. I don't want to lose these. I mean, the problem is I got too much stuff to pack, including I got a bunch of expensive impact drills in here. I got a ton of it. I mean, guys, I put everything in here. All my tools are in here because I was planning to work for a week out there, in the desert building. So I got my most expensive tools, or a lot of them, and my impact drivers, my nug kibbles. Because I was also hoping to go out and get some practice in. I got 40 acres, perfect place to go do a little, go play with your nugs. Let the nugs run free, you know what I mean? Kind of like any other good pet. All right, 38, 9. Oh yeah, I got 2 9s, 44 Magnum, and a 44 cap and ball. Just stick around while they diagnose. You're in a good area. They'll let you give them a heads up to respect it. Hey, okay, good. Thank you, Marvin Funtime. You need a 4-day wake dash cam. You got that right. You're fully loaded with tools and other things. Exactly, Rodney, including something you gave me. I will love a subterranean home. Yeah. There's actually that's something I'm planning to put in out there eventually, because we can dig deep, and I got some areas that can drain out real well. One area in particular, I'm planning to put up my universal habitat home. There's a lot could be done around there. So, what happened to the bus? Well, I just hadn't built in the bus yet. It takes time and money. There's 2 things I don't have, and I need time or money, and I can't find good help to do nothing. It seems like these days, that's part of my whole issue with everything. Just trying to find help at any price. So what I'm going to do with what I'm planning right now with the bus is I'm planning to put all my personal stuff in it instead of renting a U-Haul. Is use the bus, get it out in Arizona, and then maybe I'll have time to build into it. But the question is, will I have the money? I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see. Joe Chino, Green Greg's maybe a rip. There ain't. What do you mean? Maybe a rip. There ain't he. This is me. What are you talking about? I took my Hummer to have it windshield wiper motor replaced. It caught the mechanic driving my rig around 5 miles out of town. Oh Lord. Yeah, you need to keep an eye on people. You can stand around and watch, just keep an eye on it. Yeah, probably. I hope it don't last 6 hours. Standing around and watching for 6 hours is going to be rough. 30-6. There you go. That sounds great. Yeah, that sounds good. Are there meters tonight? So everybody's talking about it. Maybe they are. Somebody was mentioning, but all these lights are on. I doubt I could see anything. I can faintly see a star out there. That's about it. I mean, see, we got too many parking lot lights. So the light pollution. So this ain't a good viewing spot. Anyway. One of my favorite meteor showers is the Linoids. It occurs in November. That's the best meteor shower I ever saw was one of the Linoids. It's not always good, but I saw with just throwing bow light after bow light, multicolor across the sky. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I was out jogging that night back in the day when I was younger, but when I used to run a lot. I was just like jogging along, looking up the sky, going, oh, wow. It's beautiful. The only thing I know is to rent a car and swap it. Now, I may have to. Mobile mechanic, possibly. I did see one on the list. I did mechanic near me, and it was listed the mobile mechanic, and I called, and there was no answer. Yeah, it's a 24-hour service, and it was no answer. So I thought, I'm gonna do I'll try Pep Boys tomorrow. If I don't make it to Pep Boys, I'll definitely call them mobile mechanic. But even mobile mechanics that are 24-hour service, they're more reachable in the daytime. I already know that. I've tried to get 24-hour services before, and after hours, it usually is somewhat less than absolutely spectacular. Watching Snowflake, I got 40 acres in Snowflake. Go watch my video, High Desert Prepper. High Desert Prepper. There's somebody that's bugging out in here. Walking along. Well, hang on, if I can turn the screen around. It's not turning around like I ought to. That guy is standing on one of these vehicles over here. As far as I can tell. Anyway. Not a lot of people in the Snowflake. Exactly, Tess. Exactly. 24-hour service Monday through Thursday. That's about it. Yeah, 24-hour Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 24 hours. 24 hours a day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah. Hey, Bill. Thank you. Salute. Thank you for Super Chat, Bill. Appreciate that. Yes. Yeah. I saw one, like I said, I saw one of those services. I looked it up on, mobile mechanic near me, 24-hour service. I looked it up on Google, called the number, no answer. But I'm gonna try the same thing tomorrow. So I'm gonna try the Pep Boys first. Pep Boys has the tools. You get a mobile mechanic out, they can be hours and hours and hours trying to get anything done. If they can't carry all the tools with them, and get all the parts necessarily, they still got to go to the parts store. So that can be a major ordeal. A lot of time from them and a lot of money. So I'm going to shoot for Pep Boys. If I don't make it there, then I'll check out the mobile mechanics, or I'll call AAA. Maybe a little bit of both. But I think I'll do the mobile mechanic first. Unless I get in a tight spot. AAA, I got a AAA card, but I don't know. I begin thinking they ain't even worth it because it takes so long to get you anybody to help. I really am not convinced. Hey there, Jason. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jason. Jason, it's Mary though, ain't it? Yeah, it's Mary tonight. You said Jason's in bed. Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. So, did I break down? No, Drops. I'm not broke down. I'm trying to keep them from having a breakdown. I got a bad vibration. And so I've stopped. I tried to check on things. I tried to tighten my lug nuts. The wheels, I can't see the wheel hubs aren't hot, so I don't think it's brakes. I've looked underneath. I have looked at the tires. I don't see any knots or holes or any visible sign of tread ply separation or anything like that. Not tread separation, but ply separation. I don't see anything that stands out at me, So, all right, what happened to the van? That's what I'm explaining CM3 for the 9th time. So, guys, you might want to go back and check some of it on the rewind. Watch the rig. I got a 98 Dodge B1500. And I got a check. Yeah, I got a check right in that purple. It's buried underneath my primary main seat back there. But it's already sway bar. You think it's a sway bar? Would it make it vibrate? Could be a sway bar. So I just had those things worked on. So, do you think I'd make it vibrate real bad? It's got a vibration like that. Yeah, I thought sway bar would make it do something like that, but no, it's got this kind of vibration. Hey, Billy, thank you, sir. Bill Evans, appreciate it. Salute. Yeah, that's what I thought. It'd be from something rotating. So that's why I don't think it's a sway bar. Anything in a rack and pinion system. Jack it up and shake it, bro. I could. But I've already went around and checked all the lug nuts. I've done a zillion things to it. What time is it here? It's already getting late. I think I'm going to just crawl in the sack here and get up in the morning and deal with it. I mean, if I shake it, what I'm going to do? I can't go buy spare parts tonight. I can't go to the parts store from here. So, and I really ain't got a good place to work on anything, but, you know. My tool set's limited. That's why I'm thinking just to drive it to Pep Boys in the morning. Or try to. Sloppy steering. Now, why would steering make it vibrate up and down? On one side. Might be, but alright, somebody else has already mentioned U-joint. But is that going to make it vibrate this way? I don't know. It's got a slow vibration too if you go slow. Now, I don't think that's a U-joint. You know, when I was in the Army, I had the pin bearings and those end caps on U-joints would just rip all to pieces. Even when you packed them in Arctic grade lube, you just have to redo that. At all speeds, it just does different. It's got high frequency vibration as it rolls faster. It's something rotational. That's what I'm telling you. I think it's in the rotation system. I think it's in the wheel or something. It may just need balancing, guys. But I could sit here and play with it all night and not get any sleep, or I can get some sleep and deal with it in the morning. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to bed here in a minute. So I'm just sharing you guys. I'm doing a stealth camping tonight. You're not close enough for me to rescue you, Greg. Hey, Juanita, how you doing? How far are you? Where are you at? Barron? Got up in Barron. It could be. Their paper great. Not all at once. Wait a minute. All the messages are going. Not all at once. I won't do that. I'm thinking wheel bearing. $25 in 30 minutes. All right. I ain't going to get no wheel bearing tonight. Wheel bearings, you got to pull them and press them in, right? It could be a wheel bearing. Now that's likely. That is very likely. It could be a wheel bearing. Or it might just be a daggum weight. Bill Evans, wow, thank you, sir. Love your channel. Well, Bill Evans, thank you. Preach it. Wow, Bill. Appreciate that, sir. I'm a 41 and a half hour from you. Well, that's probably not worth running down here. 41 and a half hours. Wow, where are you renting it, Pepper? How in the world could be 41 and a half hours? I can drive across, my drive time across country from Alabama to Arizona is like, are you in Alaska? I mean, from Alabama to Arizona is like 23 hours. From here, it's 17 hours. So if I can get this fixed in the morning, I can be on my way straight to Snowflake. That's probably what I'll do. I was going to go stop in Tulsa and see Jason and Mary, but I have to catch them on the return trip, I guess. Coffee time. There you go. Yeah, it's almost coffee. 4.5. Okay. Oh, 44. And well, you're not too far away, Rennet. 4.5. It took me a lot longer than that to get here. We'll need 4.5. Yeah, that's what he meant. He just said it. The 44. Where are you driving from? That's a long drive. It's a long, long drive, 44. Bill Evans, I'm in Palma, California. Bless your heart. That's why you need faith in the Lord. If you live in California, you need a lot of faith in the Lord. There's something vibrating this place. I just feel this vibration through the ground. I hope it ain't my nerves. The vehicle's not running. But I feel a little vibration. It's a slight high frequency. Is it me? Don't feel it in the seat. Is it the traffic around here? What causes that? That's weird. That's weird. Left and right could be barring up on a down. Could be. Oh, I got bad shocks, but no. When you roll around the parking lot, you feel it. You just roll around the parking lot. It's a low frequency then. If you drive, it was high frequency. That's why I'm thinking something in the wheel. Wheel bearing is very likely, or it could just be a weight. Maybe the tire's out of balance. That's why I'm just thinking to take it to prep, boys. I'll figure it out. Let me check my O2 meter. See if I'm vibrating. I'm doing pretty good. O2 86. No, 96. Pulse 85. It's pretty good. That ain't me vibrating. I feel a little high frequency vibration. Real. Low amplitude, high frequency, just like coming up through my legs, my seat. I put my hand on the seat, I feel it through the seat. And the vehicle's not running, it's not the vehicle. Must be something around here. It's kind of weird. Jason says they once made it from New York City to Long Beach in 32 hours. Yeah, it might be hard with traffic these days. Whoops. Michelle, you tell me in Bella Vista. So you're about 4.5 hours from here, Michelle? Wait a minute, what was that? Did I miss something? Oh, Marvin Fun Time. Hey, thank you. Hard to DIA without being there. There you go. Hope you get diagnostics. $10 on tire. Hey, thank you there. Appreciate it, sir. All right, you guys are going to help me get it done. That'll help out. As I'm going to spend a little bit of money in the morning. It's going to take me a little longer to get back, so I don't know what I'll get into, but appreciate it, guys. That helps. So, what's it saying? Well, if it's just a loose string wheel or a loose seat or both. No, it's not my seat. No, seriously, when I drive around the parking lot, you feel it. When you get on the road, it goes faster on the road, real fast. So, yeah, there's something in the wheel, I'm pretty sure. Wheel or tire. Yeah, it don't make sense for weight. It may be a wheel bearing. That's very likely a wheel bearing. That's very likely. Very likely. Jochino, Green Greg's, and Mill Drops. I appreciate it there. Hope you're feeling an earthquake. You think it's an earthquake? No, it's just going on too long to be an earthquake. It's constant, steady. 18-wheelers keep their engines running, and you can feel the vibrations. That must be what it is, because there's 18-wheelers around. Wow, I bet that's it. Yeah, I definitely feel the vibration there. This place vibrates. I feel the vibration. What? I feel the vibrations. Wheel bearing would have sloppy. Oh, steering on one side. That's not good. I'm not feeling that. Band broke in the tire. Could be, but I just didn't see it. It could be that. Definitely could be. I looked, I didn't see it, but it still could be. Tires can be replaced. That's what it is. I can do it here and fiddle fart around with this thing all night long. I've already fiddle farted. I've already messed with it for Pardon my language. I've already messed with it for a couple hours, and I think I've done enough. I'll take it in tomorrow. I've drove my junk my whole life. I'm betting a bad tire. Well, that probably is. My back won't let me fix it, but I'll let you know how. Let you know I've been there, done that. I don't doubt that, redneck. Don't even have to put a quarter in it. Yeah. Well, I got one of these little inflatable mattresses. I probably won't feel it much once I crawl on the mattress back there. It's not inflated very thick, so it's kind of like laying in a hammock. High Desert Prepper. There it is, guys. You want to see my place and what it's all about? There it is. Got a 2000 Dodge Ram 1500. Got 280,000 miles. But once the front wheels came off, uh-oh, Keith. Yeah, I think it's time to call it a night. Well, thank you, Juanita. Thank you. Yeah, this thing's got some miles on it. But, you know, I think a lot of these vehicles, if you take, especially these older ones, if you take care of them, they'll last a long time. If you deem them worth taking care of, like my truck, I've spent, Betsy Blue, I've spent some money on it in maintenance. But, you know, it's still a good, solid truck. Good, solid truck, and I appreciate it. It's a simple vehicle, you know. You get all the simple systems on it are simple. They're easy to work on. They're easy to fix compared to these newer vehicles. As long as there's a supply chain that's still got stuff in the pipeline, you can keep that stuff going forever. Unless you break it. Hey, wow. I got some good super chats tonight. That'll definitely help me tomorrow. That'll probably help pay whatever bill I run into. $109.96. That's awesome, guys. Well, we need to call it a night. We've been on here an hour. So we talked about China. We talked about how aggressive they are right now. You know, in case you missed it, they've hit 2 Filipino boats. I mean, run into them. I suppose it bumped them. No reports on whether they were not damaged or if anybody was or was not injured. No reports on that. But this is getting hyper aggressive. This is, you know, on the verge of sinking things. This is, since we have a treaty with the Philippines, this could lead us to having war with China. One of mine's a 2000 Expedition, which gets 20 miles per gallon. That's great. The tow's great. Yeah, I tried pulling my big wood trailer off this thing yesterday, and it was struggling a little bit. My truck, Betsy Blue, pulls like it wasn't even behind it. In fact, my gas mileage gets better with that truck when I pull that stuff behind it. Let us know how it goes. See you in the morning. There you go, guys. All right, I'll do another live. You want to see the nugs? You got to be careful on YouTube. I mean, if you do a video about nugs, you can be dinged. You're showing how to use them, you can be dinged. Now, I've noticed, what's the guy's name? He's got the black hair with white stripe down it. He actually shows his, which kind of surprises me. I think that's taking a risk. And even Black Scout Survival keeps some in the wall behind him. And he shows them in his intro, his B-roll. So, you know, YouTube's got some very explicit things they say against that. So I don't know, guys. That's taking a risk, I think. But you can probably do a video about them as long as you demonetize it. My Chev PU Silverado and bigger engine and less impressive. Oh. Yeah, my 1-ton truck's got a bigger engine than a 2-ton truck, but it won't hold as much weight on the back as a 2-ton truck. I got a 454 in my 1-ton truck. Probably 360 in the 2-tonner. Alrighty, guys. I got coffee left. I got a little bit left. I think Granny Lana gave me this mug. Space Force. I got pins on my other hat I wear back at the house a lot. So, finished coffee. Might not be good in the morning if I don't drink it. I got a carafe. I made coffee before I left this morning. So I still got enough to get me started tomorrow. It's not like a cup or two in here. That'd be enough to get me started in the morning. I like a straight 6. Oh yeah, straight. I had a straight 6, and I used to have a 54 Ford. It had a 232 engine in it, I believe. It's a 54 Ford. Beautiful truck, blue, eggshell blue. My first truck was a 50 model Chevrolet. I wish I still had them both. A black 50 model Chevrolet. It was the first truck I ever owned. Third truck I owned was a 58 Ford. And I sold it to my Army recruiter. The next truck I owned was a 72 Ford. And then I got a Chevrolet S10, and I got my 1-ton truck, then I got my 2-ton truck. So I've owned, how many Chevrolets have I owned? I've owned, the first one I owned was a Chevrolet. The S10, Betsy Blue. So I've owned 4 Chevrolet trucks, and I've owned, that's all I've ever had is Ford or Chevrolet in trucks. So my first truck, Ford truck, was a 54, 58, and a 72. Okay, I've owned more Chevys than Fords. I've owned 4 Chevrolet trucks and 3 Fords. Greg, are you using the phone? Yeah, I'm on my phone. I'm on the phone. Maybe it's a 454. Yeah, they're pretty, hey there from Norway. Must be Jewish. Shalom. Kurt Remy Slitmeyer. I don't know if I probably murdered the name. Sorry about that. Yeah, thanks for sharing the videos there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I haven't slept hardly all week long. It's been like 3 and 4 hours night sleep. I'm gonna call it. What time is it? Well, I'm gonna have to call it a night here. So 98 Dodge. Now I've got every van I've owned's been a Dodge. Every van I've owned has been a Dodge or a Chrysler, same product line. So I had the green van, which I traded off to a guy for working on my mushroom house. It was getting in bad shape. That's the first van I ever had. I drove that van from almost to Tennessee. Now, I live 8 miles south of the Tennessee line. I drove that in the middle of Alabama. I drove that thing from my house to Douglas, Georgia. Not Douglasville, Douglas, Georgia, which is almost down to Florida on 1 tank of gas. 1 tank of gas. For a van, that thing got the best gas mileage of anything I've had. Then I had a gold, that was a Caravan. And I got me a gold-colored Town and Country that got rear-ended. It got totaled. I mean, a guy hit me, plowed me in the end. I was stopped because the guy was stopped in front of me. He hit me in the rear end, and it knocked me rolling and sent me into a telephone pole. So I had 2 collisions for the price of 1. Wasn't that a bargain? It totaled that van. I loved that van. That was a great van. And then I bought the red van I got today, that little minivan. So I've had 3 minivans, 2 Town and Countries, 1. The newer one I don't like. It's a gas hog. The older one was the best on gas mileage. The older one, the better gas mileage by a long shot. That little red van is a gas hog. The we're supposed to be making things smaller, making better gas mileage. No, that thing, yeah, it is smaller, but it stinks of gas mileage. I've got I got a cargo van. It's also a Dodge. It's a 91 B350 or something like that. That thing is, it's a 1-ton vehicle. It's got a bed in it that's 12 foot long. You can put sheets of plywood in it, sell 4 foot left over. I got that for an enclosed cargo van. I could live in that if I had to. Then I got Vanna White, which I had originally planned to do what I'm doing with this, but I got this one so much cheaper. And I had some little issues with Vanna White I hadn't got cleared up yet. It steers good, but it runs good. But I just, Yeah, I got this one for song. So I've had 3 minivans and 2 of these camper, what do you call these? What's the word for these? Custom vans and that cargo van. So I've owned 6 Dodge vans, Dodge Chrysler. I've actually had one other Chrysler vehicle. I actually worked for Chrysler when I got out of college. So I bought me a Dodge Daytona. And that thing had more problems. That's the only new vehicle I ever bought. Oh my God, actually it was a program car. It was actually a year old when I bought it. But that thing had so many problems, it was crazy. And I spent more time in the shop than any of the old vehicles I've ever had. So I said, and I hated making the payments. Oh my God, every time I made a payment, I was kicking myself. I said, what am I doing this for? And I never bought another new vehicle, and I never will, I don't think. They're just too expensive. They don't make good sense to me economically, and can't afford it right now anyway. And it's like, man, you spend that kind of money on a vehicle, and especially what it costs today. The costs are obscene. I don't know why anybody'd spend that kind of money. I'm sure some of you guys have got a reason for it, but yeah, my vanity don't need it. Yeah, my vanity don't need it. My ego don't need it. I've already had my ego ectomy, I think. I hope. You live in Madison. I've been there, Bowling Alley. I live north of Madison. I'm in Tony, Alabama, roughly. So I'm about 12 miles north of Madison, Alabama. Been a subscriber for years. I appreciate that, CM3. All right, there's Wise Al. Yeah, make sure you go to survivaltribenetwork.com, guys. Y'all need to get in the survival tribe while the getting's good. Start organizing in groups, guys. I bought my sister's Azusa pickup and loaned it to my. Wait, I bought a Azusa pickup and loaned it to your sister. Okay, when she graduated from college, it was trashed in 2 years. Wow. What happens when you loan something out? If people don't have ownership on it, they don't take care of it. Same thing happens in countries that have those grounds called the commons. Commons get trashed. But private property is taken care of. So private property is worth maintaining for some of the socialist individuals amongst us. I don't think we have many in this chat room, but probably none. Maybe one or two. Jason, appreciate the call for the like button. We're now up to 191 likes, but we got 204 people in the room, so that would definitely help. I was overseas. We're at drops. My overseas duty was an army. They sent me to Alaska, which Alaska still in North America, it's still a U.S. state, but it is definitely not part of the Lower 48. It's like going to another planet. That was what I put on my dream list, because I used to want to go to Alaska when I was a kid. If you ever notice, I got a mural above my desk that's dog sled. I've had that since I was a teenager. I used to hang it on my roof, ceiling above me when I was a kid. So I was always dreaming of stuff like Alaska. So I finally got to go. Army sent me. Well, I had one Cadillac, 78 Fleetwood, and I never had a Cadillac. Juanita, Alaska is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's the most pretty state I think there is. Alaska is gorgeous. But it can wipe you out in a second. Alaska can take your life in a blink of an eye. When you get to kind of cold that's up there, it's dangerous. Very dangerous. And weird stuff happens in cold weather too. What was I saying? Well, our first job was EDS programming, robotics in Michigan. Been most places. Okay. Brake rotors, be safe. Well, if there's brakes, I thought my hubs would be hot. The hubs aren't hot. Nothing's smoking. Yeah, it's nothing. If it was a wheel bearing, it ought to be smoking. The hub ought to be hot. Yeah, it's probably a ply and a tire. I can't, you can't see it. Sometimes the plies come apart. You can tell it, but whatever it is, I can't see it. It could be a ply. I definitely think it's rotational. So, something rotational. Okay. You make a perfect Santa Claus. That's why I end a lot of my videos with ho, ho, ho in the chat after, I'm not in the video anymore. If you ever hang on in the chat after I do a live session, sometimes I probably won't do that from my phone. Southeast coast. Don't like being cold, says Juanita. Well, if you don't like being cold, you wouldn't like it. All right, you put some comment out there and withdrew it there. I was going back looking for it, and it's gone. Hey, Samuel Turner! Wow, get a breakfast. Hey, I will. I'll probably need one tomorrow. Salute, Samuel. Thank you. Yeah, this Sunday. Yeah, I'll probably get one when I got my vehicle. Well, I'm going to watch my vehicle in the shop because I got my nugs in it. But, yeah, definitely. So I got to stop in Little Rock tomorrow. Appreciate that, Samuel. All right. Pardon me, guys. What's up, JoJo? Yeah, he is. You guys will probably help me cover my bill tomorrow. That'll help a lot. No kidding, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go to Pep Boys in the morning. See if we can figure out what's going on with this vehicle. If it's tires, that's going to be okay because I need to get off-road tires anyway because I had a flat in one of these tires. A little rock got in between the treads. And Lord knows, those roads and trails out there are all rock. Just all kind of little rocks, sharp rock sticks. I need some off-road tires in this van. Did you ever work at NASA? I did, Ronald. For years. My last job, I spent almost 20 years there. My last job, and then which I'm still working for the same company, but I'm working satellite stuff now. It's not NASA anymore. But I worked on NASA for almost 20 years, contract. But I've worked for them. I've never been in NASA. I've never been a civil servant with NASA. I was a civil servant with the Army, though, working missile defense at one time. When I was in college, I was co-oping there. So I've been in the Army, and I've been an Army civil servant. And they offered me a job and offered to send me to college to get a master's degree, but I got offered a lot more money to go to work for Chrysler, so I went like twice as much. So I went to work for Chrysler, and 9 months later, they laid me and 250 other people off. It's like, ouch. But then I went to work on Space Station Freedom for Grumman. So, that's where I first started in robotic systems mostly. And I've done test program set work. That's what I was doing for Chrysler originally. So we went to Alaska, and they had a heat wave. And back in the 80s, when I was there, it was cold in the 80s. I was there 80. I went there in April the 1st, 1981, April Fool's Day. I left 23 April 1983. That first winter, it got down to 79 below main post ambient temperature, and it Bolio range, it got down to 80 below zero. Must be a genius. I'm an engineer. So, in fact, I am a rocket scientist, for whatever that's worth. So, when people talk about rocket science, I know something about it. Thank you for sharing my video there. Most preppers will die. Yes, I'm in Arkansas. Consider 10-ply tires. All right, that's an idea, A to Z. I'll see what they got where we go tomorrow. So there is a tire store in Snowflake that, I've actually been there. They did me a good job, so I was thinking I was going to go to that tire store. But if I got to get tires replaced and I got to get work done on them, I'll just do it all tomorrow. I still feel that vibration. Somebody said it's from these trucks cause the ground to vibrate. Thought about Lockheed. When I worked for missile defense as a civil servant, Lockheed was our main contractor on the Eris project. I worked on the exoatmospheric reentry interceptor subsystem known as Eris. The prime contractor was Lockheed. Anyway, right now I'm starting to think more and more about retirement. I'm bugging out to Arizona. You got to buy 2 tires for replacing tires. Yeah, at least. Yeah, you're right. Especially if I'm changing tire types, right? At least on the front. Maybe I get the other 2 in Snowflake. Get 2 here and get 2 in Snowflake. Assuming it's a front tire, I don't know. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I know I got a front tire that needs replacing. Your bushing on the front end work you had look worn out. Yeah, true. There's a longer story behind that. Yeah, we were actually working on that last night. So went to Alaska when they had a heat wave, 69 degrees. Well, let me tell you, I was at Fort Greely and I made Post Soldier of the Year in 1981. So I was going down to Fort Richardson for the Alaska Soldier of the Year competition. I tied for second place in that. Some girl that worked for a JAG down there who they let her study full time actually won it. Some cute girl. The JAG just let her study full time for the Soldier of the Year competition. I wish I could have done that, but anyway. And I was tied against the staff sergeant. You know, Soldier of the Year, you weren't supposed to be enlisted in going for that. I mean, you wasn't supposed to be like E5 and above, but they let us. I actually had to compete with the staff sergeant. I was an E4. So you got to be kidding me. Put a staff sergeant in here. But we tied for second place, and that girl got to first place. And anyway, so I went to, I was getting at, so I went to Fort Richardson. We flew down in an Army C-12 aircraft. And when I got down there, it'd been like 40 below for over a month at Fort Greely, and it actually hit 60 below. It was hitting 60 below. 60 to 40 below for a month. Got to, the Anchorage area, Fort Richardson, it was 0 degrees. I flung my Parker off. I said, heat wave, where's the beach? I said, dang, folks in Alabama ain't gonna believe this. Sure enough, ain't the only time I said that up there. A lot of crazy stuff. My 3 favorite nights. Thank you for that. So, hey, some of you other mods ought to work like New Day. She's always sharing a lot of good stuff in here. Alrighty, guys. So there you are. I went down there and it was 0 degrees, and I thought it was a heat wave. After you've been 40 below and 60, it felt like a heat wave. I'm serious. So I got heat exhaustion when I was driving through the town I was born in when I came back home. So check your spare while they're at it. That's a good idea, Donnie. So now when we were flying back to Fort Greely in that little Army C-12 aircraft, which is, they're nice little, it's like a private airplane size aircraft. It's meant for a passenger crew of maybe 12 total. But it had 2 turboprops, one on each side. Samuel Turner, wow, man. Check those tie rods. Well, we'll do it. Thank you, Samuel. Actually, I bought 2 new ones last night, and they put the wrong ones in the box. I had a long story on that. Long story. They put the wrong ones in the box. So we used one off my other van. So, yeah, they put the wrong ones. It's supposed to have been straight. And the ones they gave us had a curve in them. And we told them exactly what we needed. In fact, the picture they showed when we called the part up, when I ordered it from one parts place. I sent a guy working for me to the other store to get it because they didn't have it there. What they pulled up was straight, just like it. What they put in the box wasn't. So it's like, wow. Anyway, like I said, it's a long story. Now, we were at 5 a.m. still working on this vehicle this morning. That's why I got a late start. Seriously. So, yeah, we'll check. That's why I want the Pep Boys, because Pep Boys got tools. They can get to the parts places. But if I sit up here all night, I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to have to call it a night here and crawl in. Wow, this has been a super chat night. That's awesome. Samuel was a Turner contributed twice there. Very nice super chats. All of you guys, super chats. Yeah, that'll help me cover my bills tomorrow. Definitely on that regard, and buy my breakfast. I think there, Samuel. And some coffee. This coffee I made at home this morning is probably going to be a little bit old by then. All right, guys. I'm going to do a Steve Wallace or Wallace, I guess it's Wallace. You ever watch this channel? He does all this stealth camping. He'll go stealth camping in a culvert, stealth camping in an abandoned house, stealth camping in a store parking lot, behind a sign on the street. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm stealth camping, guys. All right, Juanita, appreciate it. I'm stealth camping at a truck stop. Coffee is good. Amen to that. I live off coffee. Did not scoop them out in the can. They were on a cruise. Oh, already was, Al. So I gotta watch my nugs tomorrow. That's my biggest deal. Gotta watch my nugs. Alrighty, folks. Coffee's bet. Yes, I love coffee. Go back some green grass. Thanks for sharing that. All right, everyone. Thank you, Super Chatters. It's been a super night for Super Chats. Wow. Salute and thank you so much. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, mods. You've been busy tonight, especially new days. You've really been posting a lot of stuff. I really appreciate that. So, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Just remember, we are in testy times. We could wind up in WW3 before we know it. There's too many hot spots right now. Too much is going on. Look what's happening with China. I mean, that's what I was talking about here. We got the Mideast. We got Russia. There are so many. North Korea's been threatening us. Oh my God, I should have talked about that. North Korea's actually threatened repeatedly, and they made some new threats today. They're just constantly threatening us. So yeah, New Days is awesome. It's been great. She's been sharing lots of links in here. So she actually pulls up a file that has these links, so she can just cut and paste from them real fast. That's what she does. She's real good at it. Anyway, she's a super mod. Anyway, appreciate it, everyone. Thank y'all so much for being here. Remember, share my videos and click the update notification button, and click the share and all that good stuff. Share them as much as you can. But just also remember, right now we are in very testy times. There was a lady who was the president of a, what do you call it? A synagogue. Now, I didn't know synagogues had presidents, but she got taken out in Chicago. So I got to be careful what words I use on here. The platform will ding me. But guys, this be situationally aware. Wherever you're at, be situationally aware. If somebody comes breaking my window out, I got nugs. My nugs will liable to start barking. Let's hope they don't. List of friendly countries to U.S. is very short. No kidding. But you're in danger right here now, because these sleeper cells and lone wolves are everywhere. So you better stay situationally aware. Like I've always said, keep your eyes wide open, head on a swivel. Especially consider situational awareness more now than ever. All right, everyone. I hope everybody has a super Sunday. If I can, I'll come back in tomorrow night, maybe give you an update where I'm at. Did I make it? Did I not make it? Maybe in the wee hours of the morning. Who knows? Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Thank you, everyone. Y'all take care, and Greg out.